Good evening and welcome to online live psychic readings. My name's Veronica. Sorry, I had an echo there. Okay, try that again. I'm Veronica Jenkins, and it's my pleasure to introduce Niko, the medium, who is going to be doing Trance Mediumship this evening. When I bring Niko onto stage now, into the studio with me, he's already gone into trance, and so his guides and inspirers are working through him in the trance state. So I will remain on screen with him through this evening and be communicating with him your responses in the comments, okay? And the way that we found that it works quite well is if you would like initially just to listen to Niko's guides and inspirers, who will give an inspirational talk to you about various different things about the spirit world, about our experiences on earth, etc. And then we'll open up to questions. Initially, if we do questions that are about the spirit world, if you have any, about mediumship, about your spiritual journey, that kind of thing. And then the last thing we'll do is if you have some personal messages that from loved ones on the other side that you would like Niko's inspirers and through his trance mediumship be able to give messages from loved ones. Okay, so that's our format for this evening, and I'm just going to bring Niko on and say, while Niko comes on, say hello to a few people that have come on, so Niko is aware and his guides are aware of the people that are on here. Okay, so good evening, Niko and your guides and inspirers. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We have quite a few people in the room with us already, so I'll say a few hellos. Kelly Sorrell says hello, Sarah Batchelor, Angel, Amy Louise, Lisa Sherry, Ros Sherry, Trish Cook, Lisa Cairns, Sharon Harrison, Susan Durrett, Terry Louise, Alison Roper, Ryan Saunders. So quite a lot of people on here tonight for you. So if you're ready, I would like to be able to hand over to yourself.
Greetings, my dear one.
Greetings.
Much gratitude to you once more for allowing us the opportunity to visit your platform. Quite pleased that your device is working accurately once more. And greetings to all who have joined us this evening. It's truly my honor to be with all of you and your wonderful energies. We come forth for many various reasons to understand and accept that we truly are quite near to each of you. To understand that the communication, the connection to our world is quite effortless. And nothing to fear, my dear ones. For each of you are soul. Your essence is easily felt in our world and recognizable. It is in your world that this remembrance is lost. Each of you have felt spirit throughout this physical life of yours. Maybe chills, sensations along the back of your necks, your sixth sense, your intuition. All of that, my dear ones, is your essence connecting to the essence of spirit. It is quite simple to understand as it is real. Yet in your world, it becomes quite difficult due to your teachings and your belief and your fears and your skepticism. But I assure you, my dear ones, if you continue with an open mind and most importantly, an open heart, each of you shall be able to connect to a spirit as well as understand, grasp more powerfully your own essence. For once this occurs, my dear ones, your journey will not be as difficult as it has been up to this point. You shall receive more clarity, love, an abundance of love which you have never experienced in this physical realm of yours. A sense of peacefulness and unity, protection and strength, all of which you already possess, yet are unsure of how to access it. So we come through weekly to offer you advice, to answer any questions, to offer the grieving comfort and a reminder that those whom you have lost are still near you. For we are all energy. Your essence is energy, what I feel. And we are all connected through divine love, which is what I feel as well. And throughout my words, I am certain each of you will also feel my essence and my love as I am transporting through your devices to each of you with comfort and humility, as well as honor and respect. So let us, my dear ones, begin to discuss what is on your mind and what is deep within your hearts.
If people would like to start asking any questions about the spirit world or anything to do with spirit, now is the time to put in the comments, because we've had a lot of hellos, and we've noticed the cats have woken up as well. The kittens have woken up. They were asleep when Niko first came on, but they've now woken up.
Yes, they also feel my essence, my dear one.
They
Hopefully,
do.
we will keep them at bay. Otherwise, they shall be climbing up and enjoying the session as well.
Right, we've got a question from Sarah Batchelor. Why am I connecting with spirit like I used to?
My dear, maybe you are overanalyzing it. It is not something to overthink, my dear one. For in your world, it is easier to dissect, analyze, and find solutions. And yet, this is a subtle connection of the heart. Relinquish, my dear, your thoughts and your fears. Do not set expectations, for this only occurs in your world. You have been aware that spirit is near you, my dear. Focus on their essence. Sit in your quiet space without distractions and allow their essence to come near. Focus on the sensations you receive. And the more you focus on that, the more powerful it becomes. As they draw near, my dear one, honor it. Speak with them. Let them know what you are experiencing. Open your heart, my dear, and connect that way. And I assure you, not only will your connection once more return, which you perceive that you have lost, but indeed it will come once more, even more powerful, my dear one. We do not connect with your mind. We connect with your heart, where your essence is, my dear. Remember that. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. We have both Ryan Saunders and Terry Louise asking basically the same question, which is, could you offer any advice for our development, moving from messages, and I presume that means receiving messages, to making connections? And Terry Louise also asks, how do I start connecting with spirit, please?
My dear ones, regardless of which modality you serve our world, it is the same connection to the essence of spirit. When you have one walking before you and you focus on their lost loved ones, perhaps you keep them at an arm's length for fear of not knowing that spirit connector. My suggestion would be to first spend time connecting with the beautiful spirits who are indeed working with you, who have been attached to you since the beginning. Learn what their essence feels like. Feel into the love they have for you. And then, my dear ones, when you bring in the lost loved ones of others, once more invite the spirits with you to connect, to bring their essence known, and then they too shall bring closer to you that spirit who is coming through to speak to their lost loved ones. Do not rely on how your mind interprets the messages or the evidence of whom that spirit is, but rather feel the essence of that spirit. Feel their love. Listen with your heart what they have to say, as they trust in you to relay the message honestly and accurately. And that, my dear ones, is where the difficulty is when you're using your mind to decipher the messages. Keep it simple. Feel into it, for it is a simple connection, quite subtle. The more you focus on connecting with the pure essence and the pure love of that spirit or the spirits with you, the easier you shall receive. Do not worry, my dear ones, all of you present. Do not worry on what the ones before you think of you, perceive of your work, or expect of you, for your service is not to them, it is to our world. And the more you are pure and dedicated and honest to us, the easier the one before you shall receive our love and our messages accurately. Thank you, my dear ones.
Thank you. We'll do a couple more spiritual journey ones before we go on to the loved ones in spirit, because we have Krish saying she's been unwell most of her life. Sometimes I feel lost and would like to know my purpose. Please, thank you so much.
My dear one, you, I would say, to remember that you did not begin this journey of yours as a physical creation, my dear, but rather as a soul who entered into a physical body. That soul, my dear, was never lost. That soul entered into this world in order to experience all that you did, all these difficult lessons, loss, betrayal, pain, which also, my dear, cause you to believe that you are walking in this world aimlessly and lost with no hope. It is not, my dear, how you perceive it to be. Understand who you are, your essence, and you will find your purpose of your life. For all which you have experienced has been part of your journey, my dear one. And now your purpose constitutes understanding the pain of others through your own personal experiences, to bring hope to them, my dear, for they also have lost hope as you now. Continue your journey, my dear, with one eye open to our world. And this will ease your difficulties and your confusion. And once you accept our world, my dear, feel free to open the other eye to our world. And then much shall be revealed to you, my dear. The rest of your journey, your purpose, the importance of the love in your heart, my dear, for there is plenty as I feel it now. And be that beacon you are meant to be in your world. Understand why your road had been difficult to this point, in order to ease the burden of others along the way, while in turn, my dear, easing your own burden and finding your own love within. I am certain, my dear, that my words resonate with your heart and your soul. And I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Susan Ross asks, do our guides change or remain the same throughout our journey?
Many changes, my dear one. Interchangeable pieces to the puzzle of your journey. Now, granted, you have a few who joined you from your conception and shall stay with you until the end, my dear. These are the ones who you have always felt near, listened to, and trusted undeniably without even knowing whom it was you were trusting. And then, of course, you have lost loved ones who have joined for a short duration to assist you with whatever you needed an assistance of. And there are more to come, my dear, as well as which modalities you service. Others assist you in those. It is not as important, my dear, to learn each one by name, for names change within every life, as you have been known by many. But what is important, my dear one, is to understand and feel the specificity of their vibrational energy. This is how we come to recognize each soul, by what we feel of your essence, my dear. Certain ones which feel quite familiar, you feel most often. These are the ones that have been with you and shall continue to be with you. Others which come in like a spark or a lightning bolt, if you will. Understand what that feels like and honor them and show gratitude, my dear. For they have joined you for specific reasons. Open up and accept what they are offering. For this is all part of your development, my dear one. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Amy Mann asks, I've been told I have the ability to connect with spirit now. but I'm wondering how to hear them. Do I continue sitting in the silence and just wait, and will it happen? I want to help others in their grieving process and connect them to their loved ones.
My dear one, first it is important to understand that those who offer you this advice have been instructed by those spirits near you who are working with you to offer those words. Each time, my dear, you hear from others certain words which resonate, which propel you to a different direction of your journey. Trust that their thoughts have been influenced by spirit, as yours are always influenced by spirit, my dear one. It is what you are expecting to hear. It is not as if you will pick up the telephone and listen to spirit. But my dear, your thoughts are their words. Your dreams are their words. The little voice within are their words. It is what you perceive, what you receive, my dear. To understand what it is you receive, it is subtle. It is not a loud boom, which you might be expecting, my dear, to receive. The longer you sit in your silence, the more you learn to feel their essence, the more you shall hear, my dear. It may be a telepathic message. It may be a soft whisper in your ear. It may be your name being called from the other room in the distance, my dear. Listen. Listen with your heart, my dear, and accept what it is as a message from spirit. You have, my dear, received messages and heard, but you have also rebunked it by your thoughts, assuming that it was your imagination, my dear. Trust what you receive, and then you shall receive more. Listen carefully in the silence, my dear, and you will learn to hear what is needed. And once this process occurs, it will be much easier for you to receive. And that is when more shall be offered to you for your growth, my dear. Trust, my dear. Do not race to the finish line, my dear, for the enjoyment is in the race itself. Take your time, trust yourself, and more importantly, my dear one, trust those spirits who are working with you, for they are the ones who know you the best. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. We'll now move on to some more personal ones. So we have Sandra Park just asking, would love any guidance, please.
My dear one. I feel the heaviness of your heart, my dear. Much confusion, a sense of despair. Why, my dear one, I ask you, do you feel this? Oh, which have you experienced, my dear? You were meant to experience. Believe it, my dear, that you yourself have been instrumental in this journey. You placed all these experiences before you for your growth. Trust yourself, my dear. You are a powerful soul. Do not worry of the future and future events. Focus more on the present situations. Listen to your heart. Listen to the spirits, my dear. For they are speaking to you, even the lost loved ones, sending you messages and signs. Do not worry. Do not overthink your future. Be appreciative, my dear, for what you have endured. For there have been many lessons within these experiences. Honor that, my dear. Honor all those who have crossed your path on this journey. They're all loving souls who care deeply for you and agree to come forth and assist you on the journey. My advice, my dear, would be to remain in the present moment. Appreciate every minute of every day and understand yourself and your power and your love. And that, my dear, should be enough to get you to tomorrow without worries and fear. Trust yourself and view yourself, my dear, as we view you, a beautiful and loving soul. You have the strength, my dear one. Believe in yourself. I thank you, my dear.
Thank you. Sharon Harrison has asked, could I get some guidance on health and relationship issues?
Relationship issues. My dear one, all those who have caused you pain, you ask them to. They are loving souls with a powerful bond to you, who came forth to inflict pain on you, my dear, because they love you so much for your growth. Do not, my dear, have expectations for those to come. Do not change them to suit what you are seeking, but rather accept them for the soul they are. Feel their vibration, my dear. Look into their eyes. You will see their soul. You will feel their heart. Do not worry if they will hurt you or not. For that, my dear, you keep your distance from them, do you not? Relationships, my dear, are a blessing. For all those around you have touched your heart, you also have touched theirs. All those who have inflicted pain, my dear, do it with love, not vengeance. Do not continue to view them, my dear, as physical beings in your cruel world, but rather loving souls who have agreed to share this journey with you, to bring an experience, a lesson of love. Trust in that, my dear one. And the relationships will prove to be even more loving and more meaningful in your life. As for health, my dear, you have the ability to heal yourself. Your soul is connected to our world. Connect, my dear, to our world. Connect through all of these gatherings, through your devices. For even as I am speaking to each of you, you are all receiving healing love from our world. The more you connect, my dear, the more you will heal. As long as you believe you are healing, my dear, and open your heart to receive it, you shall. Other than that, my dear, even with the struggles of health come lessons to be learned for your growth. It is all how you perceive what is occurring in your world, my dear. Look at it differently. What do you have to lose? I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. We'll do just a couple more guidance ones before we move on to our loved ones in spirit. So if you are wanting contact with loved ones in spirit, if you can start commenting now, and then I'll be able to pick those comments up. So if we could have Rachel Hutchinson, she has asked any guidance. Welcome. Did you hear that, or has my signal gone again? Did you hear that, or did my signal go? Rachel Hutchinson would like any guidance. I'm not sure whether I'm still getting comments, but Niko's image has frozen, so I don't know whether that's his signal. I know he's
Can
got
you
a
hear me
kitten
now,
next
my
to him.
dear one?
Yes, we can, and we can see the kitten next to you too.
Yes, they wish to say hello to everyone.
Yes. Rachel Hutchinson has asked for any guidance, please.
Ah, my dear one. I sense in your heart, my dear, that what you experience is not enough at times. The simplicity of others, the simplicity of situations does not seem enough to you at times, my dear. Let me ask you, my dear, what is it exactly you are seeking? Why not be content with what you receive? Expectations, my dear, are a dangerous thing to have. Simplicity, love, friendship, experiences as you have had them and continue to do so. Your curiosity of our world, my dear, follow that. Follow that. Explore it more, my dear one. You may be surprised as to what you receive with clarity. Appreciate what you receive, my dear. Do not always seek the impossible. For those in your life, my dear, may not be able to always meet your expectations, my dear. Enjoy the finer things in life and explore your curiosity to our world. I think, my dear, this is a very good starting point for you. I thank you, my dear one.
Deborah Chapman would also like some guidance.
Which avenue, my dear? For the guidance he is asking, he has multiple avenues. I see many roads before you, my dear, and confusion on which one to take. Confused on the outcomes of each, where you wish to know the outcome before you travel the road. Yes, my dear one, it is not that simple in your world. But you too, my dear, have an interest in our world, interest in connecting, interest in learning more. I suggest you follow that road and accept those in your life, my dear, even as they bring you pain. Understand it's for a reason. And believe in yourself more, my dear. I'm sensing an issue with the self-esteem. It is not what others think of you, my dear. It is what you think of yourself. Keep yourself in high regards, my dear, for you are worthy. You are truly worthy of that. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. And if we move on to contact with loved ones in spirit, we have Terry Louise asking that she would love to hear from her auntie.
Yes, my dear. Quite a beautiful relationship you had with her. You looked up to her. You were able to speak freely with her with no judgment. Her essence is near, my dear. Her love for you is still quite powerful. She wishes to come forth and speak to you, to remind you that she is near. And she hears you speaking to her, my dear. I have never left you. I am still near. You have sensed me many times, and you have questioned it many times. You can still speak to me as I listen. I want you to continue to believe in yourself. I wish for you to find the courage to live your life fully, to enjoy every moment of your life. Do not hurt. Do not hold on. I am near. I shall never leave you. I shall continue to encourage you. I'm so proud of you, as I always have been. I just would like for you to believe in yourself more. Believe in yourself as I believe in you. Feel my love always as you are feeling it now. I love you always. Yes, my dear one. She truly is in fact with you. You can feel her, my dear. You can feel her presence. Continue to feel that. That is all the proof you need, my dear, that she is with you. And she is fine. Accept her love, my dear, and continue your journey now. Thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Catherine Johnson says, my mum, Catherine, please.
My dear one, I am sensing a very powerful pull in your heart. like strings, my dear, which is attaching to the essence of your mother. You are seeking guidance. You are wishing for another time, another chance, another moment to speak to her. Yet, my dear, she too is with you as well. She feels your tears, your sorrow. She has a very loving energy, my dear. A full heart, my dear. She's making mention of what you perceive to be unresolved issues, which is not accurate, my dear. Hello, my beautiful girl. I'm wiping away your tears. I'm kissing you softly on your cheek. I'm still with you. I feel the pain. But what is that pain, my dear girl? You miss me. You yearn to hug me. You're waiting for my words, our conversation. You feel as if a part of you perished with me. My sweet girl, none of that is true. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still with you. I'm still watching over you. I'm sending you signs. Some you notice, some you don't. I'm brushing your hair. I'm reminding you how beautiful you are because you seem to forget. Death is never final, my dear girl. Only the body, never the soul. Continue to be the fighter I know. Find the zest in your life. Find your passion again. Go after it. Be happy. This is what I would tell you if I were there. I am there, and I am saying these words to you. Let go, my beautiful girl. Live a full life. Laugh, be happy, and love with all of your heart. That's all I wish of you. I hear you. I hear every word you say. I continue to love you with all of my heart. My beautiful girl. Yes, my dear one. Much love. Much love being sent to you. We feel your heart now. You perceive it as your heart is breaking, my dear. But all which is occurring is you are receiving her love. It is not breaking, my dear, it is expanding with love. Each time you feel that in your heart, my dear, be aware that it is her spirit entering your heart, proving to you that she is near. And she is, my dear, providing much love to you, as she always will do so. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. You has said would love to hear from either my dad or my second dad, please. I miss them both very much.
Yes, my dear. They are both near you, my dear. When you lost them, my dear, you thought you lost a sense of protection. The stability which you were used to, my dear. Many times you ask yourself, what would they think of me now? My dear one, I feel what you feel when you think that, as they do too. They feel a sense of pride, my dear. Even at moments you feel ashamed, they are quite proud of you. For they see you as you truly are, your essence. And they have nothing but pride for you, my dear. You will always be my little girl. The twinkle in my eye. Your infectious laughter. Your big eyes looking up to me for answers, protection, guidance, and advice. I miss holding you in my arms. I miss lifting you high above my shoulders. But I have always been present with you. What you miss are the memories. They live on as I live on in your heart. You have surpassed all expectations I had of you. You have become beautiful inside and out, caring of others, compassionate, smart. Be proud of yourself as I am of you. understand you can never be a failure. You can never do wrong. For even the downfalls are part of your journey. It's your character. It's how you pick yourself up and go on, which measures who you are. And this is why I am most proud of you. I have always been with you and shall continue to do so. I'm eager and excited to watch the rest of your journey. You are always part of my heart. Don't ever forget that. The second one, my dear, echoes the same sentiment. He is talking about self-esteem, where you at times find difficulty, my dear, in viewing yourself as you should. He was instrumental in assisting you to view yourself in a higher light, my dear. He's saying to listen and remember his words. For you are much stronger than you think you are. You are much more capable than you think you are. And believe in yourself as he believes in you, my dear. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. And next we have Nancy Shearman saying, a message from Mon or Jessica, please.
Jessica. Now, my dear one, what I am sensing here is a mother figure and a sisterly energy. Which of the two, my dear, would you care to hear from?
It takes a short while for people's comments coming through, so I'm just waiting for Nancy's response to that.
I understand, my dear one. There is no rush. They are here. I am aware of the answer. There are many questions this one has for them.
Nancy, if you're still here, could you let us know and whether it's your mum or Jessica you'd like to hear from, please?
My dear one, both of them are speaking to you about trust. They make me aware that you are battling with trusting not only yourself, my dear, but those near you. They are mentioning the fear of disappointment, of betrayal and pain. This has been an ongoing conversation. They are asking, my dear, why you continue to lack the trust. They are saying, my dear, those near you are near you for reasons. Trust in that and allow the chips to fall, they may. But they are mentioning the importance, my dear, of you trusting yourself. Trust in your abilities. Trust in your judgment. Trust in the capacity of your love. Do not hold back, my dear. For when you hold back, my dear, you fuel this distrust you have within yourself. Be free, my dear. Trust yourself and then live your life accordingly, my dear. For that is what you are to do. They are with you. They are well aware, my dear, of your journey. Trust in yourself, my dear. This is the main message coming through to you. I thank you, my dear one.
I'll send her a message because she didn't respond, so she will get her message as such. Okay. I'd like, as it's now 10 o'clock, I'd like to give you many, many thanks from all of us here this evening for joining us. While Niko starts to come out of trance, I'll just let you know what we have on here tomorrow. We've got,
Thank you.
and these
I
are
thank you all. Pardon me, my dear. I would just like to offer my gratitude as well. For this is a two-way street. And once more, I offer much gratitude to you, my dear one. Though you never answer the question yourself, I appreciate you offering us the platform to speak. I thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Okay, tomorrow we've got Anna at 11 o'clock, Sheila at 3:30, Lainey at 5, Healing at 6, and Larkin at 9 o'clock. They're all UK times, so please do your time conversions if you're not in the UK, and pop in and see us. Anna's on Facebook, the rest of them are through StreamYard. Okay. Okay, Niko?
Thanks,
Hi.
everyone. Hi again.
Your kids were having a field day, Niko.
Now they're sleeping again, right?
Thank you so much for your energy and your time, Niko.
I thank you and I thank everybody. It was a pleasure. It truly was.
Okay, everyone. Niko's back next Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday.
So we'll see everybody again, same time next Sunday. Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks.